Digital detox means that we are going to be doing no screens for 30 days. This is easy peasy.
Luckily, I have a book obsession, so my TV is basically on paper.
Wait, we're finished?
It's almost over. Hey guys, thank you for joining us today. We are doing something pretty big because today is day one of our family's digital detox. Day one of 30.
Digital detox means that we are going to be doing no screens for 30 days. So that's no TV, tablets, iPads, or iPods, or really anything with a screen.
That's right. Our church is doing a 30-day digital detox, and we are going to be a part of it. You may have noticed we had a video about 2 years ago where we did 28 days of no screens, and this is going to be kind of similar, but we're going to be taking it to the next level. Right now, I'm feeling very excited for it, but also a little bit nervous.
Honestly, I'm not dreading it too much. I had a lot of fun last time, and I hardly spend any time on my screens anyways. I spend most of my free time reading and basically reading, spending time with my horse. So, I'm not really on screens anyway, so this won't really affect me very much.
Well, I don't really use my tablet that often, but I do like to watch movies and Netflix shows and stuff. So I think whenever I'm bored, I just go and watch TV. So I think I'll just have to be okay, let's go play outside.
Colin, how do you feel about no tablet or TV for 30 days? You don't know? Do you think it's gonna be hard? No?
No.
Do you think you'll miss the tablet or the TV the most?
TV.
The TV? What shows do you like to watch on TV?
Shark Dog.
Shark Dog, that's right. We're gonna miss Shark Dog. Well, so far it seems like no one is incredibly worried or panicked, but it's only day one. Addie, you've got the tablets.
Yep.
Where are they going?
Probably in Dad's office on a really high shelf so some of the younger and shorter children, such as mine and Colin, aren't tempted to grab their stuff. It's dusty up here. I don't think anyone's dusted these shelves in a long time.
Well, we are so excited for you to join us on this journey. The last time we did this, by the end of it, we loved it. We didn't regret it one bit. And I think we're gonna feel the same way after these 30 days as well. We'll see. We are on day 2 with no screens, and so far it's going pretty well, no major complaints. Right now, a couple of the kiddos are working on a stem building kit that we've had just sitting in a box for quite a while, so I'm glad to see that it's coming out and it's getting some use. One thing I remember from the last time we did this is that when there are no screens, the house tends to get a little messier because more things come out from the cupboards, which I'm totally fine with. It's just an adjustment. Addie, we like the new haircut.
Thank you.
How many inches did you get chopped off today?
5, 6 inches maybe, somewhere around there.
Looks good.
Thank you.
It's day 4, and so far things are going really smoothly. We've actually had a rule in place in our house for several months now where we don't have screens during the school weeks. That means there are no TVs on, there's no tablets on until we get to the weekend. So I think the true test is going to come this weekend when the kids don't get to turn those TVs and tablets back on.
This is easy peasy.
Corgi puzzle, and our mom got it because corgis are my favorite dog in the world, and we started it today, and I think it's coming along pretty far, but it's a lot of pieces.
What are we making, girls?
Cookies!
Cookies! We are on day 9 of No Screens and we're doing pretty well. The toughest part this weekend was when we had an active schedule. We were roller skating and at trampoline parks, and we got home and just wanted to crash in front of the TV and put a movie on, and we couldn't do that.
Luckily, I have a book obsession, so my TV is basically on paper. And I mean, I like watching some shows on TV, but books are more pleasurable to me.
Maya, what did you turn to when you just wanted to veg out in front of the TV?
I pulled out my drawing set and started drawing some art.
And you did a lot of painting too this weekend.
Yes. These are peanut butter fudgy cookies, and these are our family's favorites.
We love these cookies so much that we could probably finish an entire batch by the end of the day.
One of the things that helped prepare me for this digital detox was a book that I read over spring break. This is called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, and it's by John Mark Comer. It is a great read. I read it 2 times actually over spring break because it was just filled with a lot of practices that I wanted to start putting into my own life as well as the lives of everyone in my family, and that we could do together to make sure that we aren't distracted by just all the distractions, the digital distractions specifically of this world, and just kind of slow down our lives. So I highly recommend that book, all you moms and dads out there. It's just been a great tool and resource for our family. Our family already spends a lot of time outside. Ever since we implemented the no screens on the weekdays rule, the kids have been spending most of their after school hours outside, especially Colin and Maya. And one of their favorite places to come play and ride bikes is the Arboretum. That's where we are right now. What do you think of this view of the creek?
Good.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
This should be like a water park or something.
It would make a nice water park. Can you skip rocks, Colin?
Thank you.
Colin just looked over at me and said, "Mom, nature is my favorite thing." And my heart is just so happy right now because not too long ago, probably he would have told me his tablet is his favorite thing. So I love that he's enjoying being outside in nature and is really appreciating all of its beauty.
You guys, we finished our corgi puzzle.
It looks good, girls.
Thank you.
We had the whole family working on that and it turned out really well. It was teamwork.
Okay guys, so I saw this trick on YouTube a while ago. And Mai, do you think we should try it?
What? Oh no.
Okay, so basically, I'll just do a quick little demonstration of the trick. So, you know, you take a puzzle. Stop! What? Stays
It
intact?
didn't break. Wait, should she try it again?
No.
Should I?
No. Stop. Don't.
You gonna do it again?
No.
Boom.
Okay, so we were actually tricking you there. What did we do, girls?
We put Mod Podge all over.
We Mod Podge this, so pick it up. Oh, look at that. What are we planning to do with our puzzle?
Frame
it.
Frame it. In whose room is it going on?
Maya.
Maya's room. She's gonna have a corgi puzzle in her room.
Oh, yeah.
It'll help you remember our 30 days of digital detox. Yes. And we had so much fun doing the puzzles that we're gonna do more. So our next puzzle we're gonna do, I have it right over here, is a Broadway, New York City puzzle because we're heading to New York over summer break. So we thought, let's do a puzzle that shows Times Square. Here's the puzzle tip for you. Always separate out all the edge pieces first and build the outer frame before you tackle the middle. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that this particular digital detox is going to be a lot more challenging than the previous one we did, and the reason for that primarily involves the phone. The last time we did it, we had no screens on the TV or tablets, and we minimized our adult computer use. The kids didn't use them at all except for school. But Jason and I still used our phones pretty regularly because we honestly felt like we kind of had to. But this time, we have made some big changes, and we have done a lot to make our smartphone more like a dumb phone. So what that means is we've gone through our apps and we have deleted anything that's not basically utility. We put all the apps into a category, whether it was a utility or a distraction. And any app that was a distraction, we just deleted from our phone. So that means I deleted Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Gmail even, because all of those things plus many more were apps that I would pick up my phone, I would open to check, and it would end up distracting me, and I would be less present because I'd get a notification that I got an email on my phone, and then I'd read my email, and then it would lead to me clicking over to something else, and before you know it, I'd spent too much time on my phone. So some of the apps that we categorized as utility that we kept are just basic things like the weather app. I still have a calculator, I still have GPS, Venmo, my calendar, but those apps don't provide a distraction. I never get online and scroll through weather for 20 minutes, or I never open up my calculator and play on my calculator for half an hour. Jason and I do check email. We do have to do some work on a computer. So we have times set aside during the day, like productivity times, where we will actually get on a physical computer, whether it's a laptop or a desktop. And that is time where we will sit down, we'll go through our email, and then we'll close our computer and walk away.
Fortress for these many guys in here, and one of them are named Goldilocks, and one of them are named Blue.
We are about 2/3 done with our digital detox. It's a school day. Addie's downstairs doing some schoolwork. Maya and I are folding clothes and trying to tidy up bedrooms, get a little organized. We really haven't done anything too majorly exciting or gone on any crazy adventures, but so far it's just kind of consisted of a lot of just quiet, around the house, simple activities, but they've still been very joyful.
We've been doing lots of checkers matches, baking, playing outside. Colin and I have made Swedish pancakes for breakfast this morning. They were so good. We've been making lots of art and crafts, and we've been making like new inventions.
Yes, so a lot of simplicity, but everyone's been fully present for it since we're not having our cell phone sitting right next to us or having the tablet out or the TV blaring in the background. How many puzzles have we done? This is our 4th one.
Yes.
This was puzzle number 3, right, Colin?
Mm-hmm.
We've done 3 puzzles and we're on our 4th. This is a cool turtle one. Was that one hard to do?
Mm-hmm.
It was very tricky. We finished our corgi puzzle, the New York puzzle, we finished the sea turtle puzzle, and yeah, believe it or not, we are on puzzle number 4. Everybody's having a blast with puzzles, and we're learning that Colin is actually really good at puzzles. And here's our completed New York one. Woo! Addie, what kind of puzzle should we do next?
A horse puzzle.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Mm-hmm.
Colin, after a horse puzzle, what kind of puzzle should we do?
No, Sonic first.
Sonic, I like it.
We're gonna play tomatoes.
As part of our digital detox, I've been really intentional about making sure we're not just focusing on what we're abstaining from, but what we're like injecting into our lives, what we're filling this time with, that we are no longer spending on devices or in front of the TV. And one of the things has been spending time with our church friends and fellowship. We're at our community group right now. We've been really intentional about having scripture time in the morning, about bringing out our Bible and talking about different stories and verses and proverbs at dinner time, and just making sure that we're not just focused on what we're losing during these 30 days, but we're also super focused on what we are putting into our lives, what we are pouring into our children.
She likes you.
Currently, I'm working on making like a little book house sale store thingy.
A miniature.
Yes, and it's all put together by hand, so it's very complicated. And it's gonna take a lot of time, because as you may see, there's a lot of pieces to this thing. And there was a lot more before I assembled these last night, so.
But it's gonna look amazing in the end.
It's gonna look great in the end, and then I'm gonna put it on my bookshelf and make it a little book nook.
Chapter 10. So this is important because this is where we're basically Gentiles. You know what Gentile means?
Gentle.
It doesn't mean gentle. Well, we are at day 30, which means we're about to wrap up our digital detox, or our 1 month without screens. And man, it was a wonderful, joyful experience. It's our second time doing this, and this time we did it alongside a lot of people from our church. Our church kind of wrapped around this idea, and so we got to experience with others. And I haven't heard anybody say that they regret it, that it was a waste of time. As a matter of fact, it was just the opposite of that. It was just a joyful experience, and rather than hearing it all from me, I thought I would check in with the rest of the family. I'm going to check in with the kids, I'm going to check in with Jason, and you can hear what they thought about these past 30 days without screens.
I gotta pee!
Addie, we're about to wrap the digital detox. So what are your final thoughts? How were the last 30 days?
So we've done it before, but I feel like this time I actually got into the groove of not having screens, and I've gotten to appreciate it more than I have last time. And I feel like this time I read like an average of 1 book in 2 days. So I was reading a lot more, and I feel like I got to see my horse a lot. So honestly, I feel like screens are just a distraction from what we actually like to do. So I was really grateful for just the 30 days of no screens, because I felt like I got to do so much more.
I love hearing Addie say that, because I feel like it's finally clicking for the kids that there's a reason why we have a limit to screens and tablet use, and why our kids don't have cell phones. And it's not because we want to be difficult parents, it's because we want them to experience life and not be so focused on consumption that they're missing out on just the beauty around them and just the joys that they probably wouldn't experience if they were glued to tablets or glued to smartphones or glued to the TV. in the future, what do you think is going to stand out to you as like maybe your best memory?
Probably just all the fun times I've had with my barn friends at the barn, and all the fun things I did with my horse. And I finished an entire book series in like 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm gonna say that's a win.
That is a win. Found Jason outside. He's been spending a lot of time outside doing yard work over these last 30 days. Final thoughts on these past 30 days, what you enjoyed, maybe some things that were challenging.
Overall, I think it was a really good experience. I've taken away a lot of resources that I'm going to apply in my day-to-day life going forward. I think some of the biggest things I've changed is I've gotten rid of my iWatch completely. I've removed email from my phone and my other devices. I used to check email a dozen times a day, and now it's down to maybe once or twice. And just not getting those constant notifications throughout the day has allowed me to be just much more intentional about how I spend my time, and I think it's improved family life altogether as well. So it's been a good improvement.
And just to piggyback off of what Jason said, we have just had so many beautiful moments where the whole family has been together and everyone's been fully present. No one's distracted by a phone or a tablet or a TV blaring in the background. The kids have been more cooperative, more creative. It has just been transformational for all of us.
The first few days I kept telling you, like, I'm bored.
You did,
But
yeah.
then I felt like I got a bit more creative after the first few days, because me and Colin and I did a whole big, like, drive-through in the basement.
You did.
And that was fun.
You made a really cool drive-through. And Addie built a really cool fort for you guys in her room. We've definitely seen a lot of creativity from the kids. So Maya, one more question. When you're looking back on this, what is gonna be like the memory or just something that's gonna stand out to you? One of your favorite memories from these 30 days?
Doing all the puzzles.
Remember how many we did? How many we've done?
We're on our 6th, I think.
I think you might be right. We've done a lot of puzzles.
Yes.
I think the toughest critic of our 30-day challenge might be Colin. Let's see what he has to say. What did you think of our 30 days with no screens?
Wait, we're finished?
It's almost over.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? Why not? What was the hardest part?
It's because I usually never do my screen. I don't even do it on the Sundays where we're allowed to.
That's right. We haven't done screens at all for 30 days. Do you miss your screens and your tablet? What do you think? No? Well, what did you like doing instead of your screens and tablets?
I don't know.
What about bike rides?
Yeah.
Yeah, or jumping on the trampoline?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did it. We made it through the month. We learned a lot during this experience. We enjoyed some incredible time as a family. And Jason and I spent a lot of time talking last night about how we want to re-engage with screens and technology. And I think we've got a good plan. We don't want to jump just full swing back into screens and TV and tablets and cell phones. We're going to keep the kids' screens to just the weekends. And Jason and I are going to continue with a lot of the things we implemented during these 30 days with our smartphones, so we don't feel tethered to them. We don't feel like they have control of us, but instead we have control of them. And we're just excited for everything we've learned and for the big changes our family is making. And we just want to thank you for joining us on this adventure.